Hey, this is Michaela, and you're listening to Dan Lupinski on the Dan Lupinski radio program.
Welcome, everybody, to the Dan Lipinski Internet Radio Show. I am your host, Dan Lipinski. I'm grateful you can join me this afternoon. Man, it's a little overcast, a little bit kind of misty, not light rain. It's light rain, but it's okay. Other than that, it's a good Saturday afternoon, and I hope you're having a wonderful one too. My guests this afternoon are from Seeking Valentina. It's their 1 year anniversary since the completion of the film. And my guests today are uh, Armin Nasseri, Kristen West, Dianne Silvester, and Emily Hefner. Uh, you guys say hello.
Hi there.
Right.
Hi, Dan. It's Emily.
Hey, Daniel. Armin.
And hi, Dan. It's Kristen.
How are you? And it was
We're wonderful. How are you?
very good. And it was Diane's birthday, June 2nd. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Diane.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, what an honor and a privilege. Thank you, guys.
Sure. So, first of all, Armin, talk about Seeking Valentina, and what were you thinking about when you wrote this?
Man, going back, well, I started working on this story back a few years ago, and because my father is a landlord, and growing up, I would go to help him with him. I would get the rent or fix any maintenance issues since he was a handyman. And the question always came, well, what would happen if the person who was the source of income just disappeared without a trace? And so I started to write this concept, and then I also had in mind about a man in Motown with a kid and searching for a woman. And story led to another, and then Seeking Out was formed. And I really wanted to tell a story from beginning, middle, and end, have the audience guessing.
Okay. Now, Armin, have you ever written any other short films like this?
No.
This is your very first.
This is probably the like major project that most coherent so far.
Well, I gotta say one thing. It's done real well. I mean, how many film festivals has it been to already? And you've had a number of awards, a lot of good comments about it. It's got to really give you a good feeling, you know.
I mean, it's a great feeling. I mean, this project has went beyond my expectation. All I thought about when I wrote the script was just getting my feet wet back as a director, because I haven't directed in 5 years. I spent years working in every department on set, and I just felt that there was something untapped and creative energy that I didn't want to go to waste. And I just treated Seeking Out the story as a foot in the door, and then I never thought in years that I would get new relationships will come out of the project. Winning awards. We've already garnered 13 awards, a bunch of nominations. And,
yeah, because I know it was it was a big one at the.
Quite a
good.
Journey, and I'm happy to be called this. I think calling now a stepping stone to becoming an understatement, because it has done really well. It has reached out. It has screened all over the world, in India and in places around America. And recently, we got accepted into the Fly Film Festival in Oklahoma.
And we're in Ohio next week.
And then next week we'll be in Hudson, Ohio.
Okay.
Then the Iranian North Festival we'll be held in Seattle in September.
Okay. No, Armin, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from North Carolina.
Okay. All right. Now, Kristen West, what was it like to produce this film?
I'm sorry, could you say that again, Dan?
What was it like to produce this film?
You know, this is probably one of the most logistically challenging films I've ever taken on. We were in 3 counties. We traveled over 500 miles in 6 days. And I really enjoyed the fact that we got to spend some time with Dianne and Emily in Ojai. They opened our doors to us. The shop you see was Diane's store. And Dianne and Emily are fabulous actresses. And I'm just so pleased to have them here today. And they really opened their heart to our film and their door. And I'm just so excited about the progress we've made with the film. Despite so many obstacles, we were in the snow, we were driving a lot, and it's something I think everybody in the cast and crew can be proud of.
Okay. Now, was this shot in one location or many other locations?
Well, we were one day in North Hollywood, we were one day in Ojai, and then we spent 3 days up in Big Bear in the snow.
Okay. Yeah, I had an uncle. He owned a Legion Hall up in Big Bear, but then they had a earthquake, and then there went that. They moved. I think they moved to Arkansas after that. But yeah, I had some relations living out that way.
It's a beautiful place. You're up on the side of the mountain. You're about 7,000 feet above sea level, and we were very lucky. The snow would come in and out, and the week before we actually went up to shoot, Armin and I had to go to Big Bear for some business to settle things with the city. There was no snow. We were really disappointed there wasn't any snow. And then right as we were driving up, we started to finally get some snow, which was
Wow.
An amazing blessing for the film, and I think gives it its unique look. Of course, that was very challenging to film with.
Okay. All right. Now, Dianne Silvester, talk about yourself and what it was like to be in this film as a rock shop owner.
Well, actually, what was really interesting about it is I had given up acting. I had a SAG card 20 years earlier, and I'd let it go because I decided to take another path with my life with family. And so when Kristen first came upon the scene and asked me if she could film in my store, I told her no.
So that was your
talking about being in the movie or anything. I just said flat out no.
That was actually your shop, though, huh?
What's that?
That was actually your shop?
Yeah, it's interesting because if we'd had this interview last month, I would have said, is my shop. And now I can say was my shop because I did it for 12 years and now that's done. So it's interesting that she filmed and Armin filmed both in the store itself, and then I had a geodesic dome in the backyard where we had events. So one setup with Pamela and Amy, myself and Emily, is filmed in the store.
Okay.
And then the scene in the psychologist's office is filmed in the geodesic dome.
Where was this rock shop located? About?
Ojai, California.
Okay.
So it was there for 12 years, and it's a blessing that they got it in the movie so that I have a memory of everything, in the film. So I have a very special place in my heart for these guys, and also for the store, because actually he wished me happy birthday. The store's birthday was June 1st, so it's very interesting that it's just closure. We just closed in May, so it's all a beautiful thing.
Okay, and now you're mostly from California?
No, actually, I'm from Miami, Florida.
Oh, okay. Now, other than acting in this film, have you done any other acting?
Actually, yes. My plan is to go back into entertainment, and Kristen and Armin, they just came in at the right time. I was doing some improv and they gave me this opportunity, and it's absolutely exciting to me to be back and embracing entertainment and bringing in some of the key elements that I learned running a metaphysical bookshop, which are some of the weirder elements of life. And Kristen and I have had many a long conversation about some of our shared journeys around that.
Okay.
She also has a lot of knowledge about rocks and things and metaphysics.
Okay. Now, Emily Hefner, what was your experience with being in this film as a new rock shop employee?
Well, I actually work with Dianne.
Right.
I had already worked for about 5 years, and we were interesting. We were just talking about this before you called. That we had called Kristen to say that she could not film in our store because we were very concerned about keeping the energy nice there, and we thought they were doing, something that wasn't going to be appropriate. But interestingly enough, we called her. She told us about the script. She told us about her own experience in the metaphysical shop. She really won us over. She was really wonderful. And as we were talking, we realized, she said, we have a rock store owner and a rock store employee in the script that aren't cast yet.
Yeah.
And Dianne needed to get her SAG card. I already had mine. And so we were able to, it was very beautiful that we got to step into these roles that we have played
Yeah.
in real life.
So you're an actual employee at this shop then too, huh?
Yes. I've
Wow, that's pretty
managed
cool.
the shop for a few years now.
That's pretty cool. I mean, no, have you done any other acting except for this?
I have done some. I was in Los Angeles briefly. I did some independent films and a lot of extra work.
Okay. So are you mostly from California? Are you mostly from there?
No, actually, I'm from Missouri. I've
Okay.
been in California for something like 10 years now.
Okay. What was your overall experience about this whole thing?
My experience was that, this store has been a very special place in my life and in Dianne's life and
Right.
a lot of people's lives. And it was, I think we knew around the time we were filming the store that it was going to be closing, but we had not made that information public. And so to both of us, it was really beautiful to have the experience of sharing this on film and having it recorded sort of for posterity. And, this place that has been very important, it was, and that we both also are actors and want to go back to acting, to be able to tie that in with the ending of this journey at the store is poetic.
Okay. Now the store is officially closed.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, it's closed, but it's morphing into an online business. We have the store is soulcentered.com, which was the name of the store.
Okay.
But we're also going to be doing some entertainment on there as well.
Okay.
So we're going to be selling rocks still, but online, and then also putting entertainment through it to help to promote some of the education, values, and things that we learn through doing this store about the nature of reality.
Did you want to mention a link to your website for that? Is this
Soulcentered.com is the store again. Yeah, Dianne will spell it for us.
Okay, so it's like your soul, S-O-U-L.
Okay.
And then it's centered, like self-centered. So it's S-O-U-L.
Okay.
E-N-T-R-E-D.com.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looked like a nice shop on the film. I remember very very much because that's where I know it was mentioned that Kristen, as Valentina supposedly worked there, and then I remember Benjamin playing by Ali Bavarian was in there looking for her, and because she knew that she mentioned she worked there, and like And she worked there, but she didn't work there. She wasn't there. I mean, that was. I mean, I think the film was very well put together, man. I mean, it left me a lot of questions, to be asked. Like there was a point where there was this flash. I don't know what it was, but then she was there, but then she wasn't. And it had a question like what happened to her? Did she get killed or who killed her? And I mean, it really left a lot of questions to be asked. And then uh, and then what I like too, especially toward the end, where Benjamin sitting on the stairs talking to Jacob, which was played by the voice of Mel A. Gibson. They're talking, and all of a sudden there's a knock at the door, knock, 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 knock. I mean, all of a sudden you got the theater of the mind going, like who's behind that door, and I mean, if you were to put together another video, I mean, there's other possibilities you can go with this, I mean, I think this could even be a radio play too, I mean, so what do you guys think about all that?
I mean, I'm very flattered by it. I mean, Chris and I have talked about a possible spin-off.
Yeah.
Because the town is just a complete character of its own, and once you step outside of the house, then you run into a lot of interesting characters. And this question, well, who is this Valentina woman? I mean, is that her real name? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Right.
And,
Because I remember.
I also I first want to say, I know it's too late, but to all the listeners out there, this is a lot of spoilers. So if you haven't seen this film, don't listen to the station. You're gonna hear a lot of spoilers.
Yeah, you do. So,
and I also want to say that I'm very happy. I couldn't be any happier to have Emily and Dianne in this film, because in my mind there's three different types of actors. You have actors who always owning their craft. They're always asking questions, doing research, doing what they can to embody the spirit of the character. And then you have other people who say, "Oh, they're actors," and they're like overconfident, and then they don't connect well with the material. And then you have and then you have non-actors who are just natural. I mean, if you cast a real top, I'm sure that top's dialogue is much more authentic than you have on your script. If you know the general information, but not like inside experience. But Dianne and Emily, I mean, they're very natural. If they really work there, and they're also real actresses to have combined.
Thank you. It was great. Thank you. And you were great director.
Thank you so much. I mean, it just worked out perfectly. You two females, an employee, owner, and then when you both express interest, well, you guys are fools. I mean, what happened actually? I know a lot of actors on LA, but do I know who post medical? Would it be overwhelming for them? They're actually have to search because.
Before this came up, thinking to myself that I wanted to. Before this came up, I was thinking to myself, Emily in SAG, and I had let my membership in SAG after go, and she was getting all the movie spots. I was like, damn, should I rejoin SAG? And I'm like, I don't know, that's go. I don't want to rejoin SAG just to get the movies. I'm going to do it. And then it was like a month later, it was like, oh, and you'll have to rejoin SAG to do this. I was like, really? Wow. So it was really cool. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for everything.
So this was a really, really good opportunity for both Dianne and Emily. Then, I mean, to break into other things by just doing a role like this.
It was an awesome experience for everyone involved. I think everybody took something away from the project that was valuable, not just to their acting aspiration, but also to their general well-being in their life. I mean, people talk about how they're kind of cause them to think about love or think about grief or to, like Diane and Emily said, really, memorialize the work that they put into their store. So I think it served a higher purpose for everybody.
Okay. And then I also want to make mention Vita Gafari. She played Anna, and had a good role in that. And then Armin, you played Jay. And which was a brief appearance by both you guys.
So, can you question?
I'm going to talk about
Yeah, a lot of my inspiration for this movie was based on Ingmar Bergman, primarily Persona. And I took a lot of elements and sources from Ingmar Bergman. And then Persona was the film that I got my lead actor and my and Kristen. I showed the movie to them how I want to make this movie. And then when we got the scene of my character in Vita, and I'm thinking, well, it does remind me of Saints from Marriage, one of Bergman's films, and the fireplace scene was actually an inspiration of and a little bit of My Dinner with Andre.
Okay. So.
But I've had people seen the film the same day. Hey, that scene with you and Vita, it was memorable. One of my favorite scenes, and when somebody tells you that about that scene, then that's when you know you did your job.
Okay.
I'm very honored to get some recognition.
And Armin, we know he's a wonderful director. He's very humble, and he doesn't talk so much about the number of nominations and awards he won for this role. He actually won at Oklahoma at Bare Bones, Best Supporting Actor. He was nominated at Fantastic.
Right.
And he's a fabulous actor in and of his own right. That's how I met him acting.
Yes, I know this was featured at the Fantastic Horror Film Festival in San Diego there.
Yes, he won Best Director there. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. The film actually got 14 nominations and 5 awards at Fantastic, which was kind of the blast off, I like to say, of our festival run. We're so grateful to Joanne and Mike, Fantastic Horror Festival in San Diego.
Yeah, Joanne and Mike, yeah, good people, really are.
Yeah, they're very good people, and I'm very honored that they, because of course, it's honored for my two lead actors to win award. But I want to give a shout out to Sky Cross for his score and for Fantastic giving him that award for best film score. Because without the score, I don't know, it probably would have been fully different.
Right. I gotta give a shout out to Matt too for being a big inspiration in that too.
Yeah, Matt Jason
yeah.
has been nothing but an instrumental figure and mentor and a driving force behind this project.
Oh, Matt's a miracle worker. He really is. Terrific guy.
I would encourage everybody just to explain who Matt is. Matt will probably never do an interview, but he's the one that helps us to get the word out about the film. He's one of the best publicists in indie film and in indie horror. You should look him up on his website, Matt's Market, IMDb. He's produced a lot of films.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful to him for all the help he's given us in this process, and we can't thank Matt enough. And he doesn't always take the recognition he deserves. So we want to give a shout out to Matt. Thank you, Matt, for all that you've done for us. Continue to do for us. We're very grateful.
Because ever since I started doing experimenting with doing interviews, I mean, I never really saw myself as an interviewer, but as I started doing started getting better with it, and there was a person that I talked to that Matt liked how I did the interview, and you know, now if I needed somebody to talk to, he would give me somebody, and he's been very good about filling up my calendar with people, you know. But you know, it's been a pleasure to for me to talk to a lot of you guys, you know, and not only do I respect you as performers and artists and actresses and everything else, but you guys have become good friends to me too, you know, really have. So.
Well, thank you, Dan. You and I know we message each other back and forth, and I can't thank you enough for giving us, not just your airtime, but really being invested in the film and its progress, and in everyone's career. I know my career, Army's career. Now you've gotten a beautiful chance to meet Dianne and Emily. You know what, Dan? I'll tell you a little secret. This is the first radio interview they've done, and I know they're going to treasure it for Seeking Valentina. This is the first interview they've done for this film. Yeah, this film. Yes. This film. Yes. Sorry, I had to clarify that.
Well, that's good.
So I knew that I knew you would love them when you talked to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to get on air and be nervous, but don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be Rocky.
Right.
So, yeah, no, it's been a pleasure to talk to all you guys. So, you know, between Kristen and Dianne and Emily, what has been your overall experience with this whole film? You know, what was your overall experience with this and everything that's happened so far?
First of all, I'm very impressed with the content of being such a cast with, this is Dianne, with so many different types of people, people from different nationalities, people from different religions, people from different, just a mix of different people. I mean, and then he wrote about a Jewish man, and he's not a Jewish man. He wrote about an Iranian Jew, where he himself is an Iranian but not a Jew, and that was the character that he wrote. And then, just the different places where everybody's from, how everybody came together. It's really a beautiful thing, and it really reflected to me what my core values are. So I consider it to be supernaturally guided, to be something very beautiful that I got to be a part of. So that's where I'm going. I'll pass it over to Emily.
Okay.
I would say also one thing that was really rewarding was we had all these different people on set, and we had some amazing conversations. We laughed a lot. The experience working with everyone was really beautiful, and filming in a rock shop, a metaphysical store, sort of opened up a lot of really cool conversations. So it was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that we got to.
Okay. You guys have any closing comments?
You can always visit our website, www.seekingvalentina.com. We try and keep it updated. We also have a Facebook page. Just type in Seeking Valentina, and you will find us. And yes, on Twitter at Seek Valentina. And we're coming to Ohio next week, the International Horror Hotel on June 11th, and at the Clarion Inns and Suites in the greater Cleveland area. You can find information about that on Facebook. And then we're going to be at Love International Film Festival in July at the Crest in Westwood. We'll have a screening date a little later this month. And then if you're in Seattle, you can see us at the Lonnie and Moore International Film Festival. Will be in September. So if you're on the Upper West Coast, please take advantage of the opportunity. I want to give a shout out to all our friends and fans who supported us and who continue to support us. And you especially, Dan, you've been so wonderful and generous with your time and your interest in what we've been doing. And keep tabs on our individual fan pages as well. I have one, Armin has one. And, we keep, we're working on some exciting things in feature films right now as well. We have some things in development. We can't really talk about them quite yet.
Right.
But I know when I'm ready, I'm going to make sure that Matt connects us.
Okay. Well, Armin and Kristen and Diane and Emily, I thank you for being on with me this afternoon. And best wishes to all you. You always have my support with everything you do. And this film was outstanding. And I know it continues to do well and continued success. And best wishes to all you guys that have done so well with this. Really.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the Facebook request. And gotcha.
Thank you so much for championing Seeking Valentina. It means so much to us.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for being on with me this afternoon, and you take care, and we'll keep in touch. And God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.
Bye, Dan.
Bye bye. All right. There was some of the cast members from Seeking Valentina, writer and director Armin, and producer Kristen, and well, she played a role. Well, they both played a role in this. And then Diane and Emily, and they were worked in that rock shop. Well, that's pretty cool. One was I actually owned it. They both worked there, and now they have a opportunity to go further with their careers. It's pretty cool. So, hope you enjoyed that interview. This is Dan Lupinski here on the Dan Lupinski Internet Radio Show. Coming on later on tonight on NBC Channel 5 will be the season finale of the Silence of Game of Silence, and that's a part that Emily Eileen Gruba is in. She plays Alice Ann in this picture, and I've seen a couple episodes, and it's a really good show. Like I said, tonight will be the 2-hour season finale. So hope you guys tune in and watch that. Again, that's on NBC tonight, Sunday night, and it's here on Channel 5 here in Chicago. So hope you tune in and listen. All right. Well, thank you for being with me this afternoon. I'd like to thank most especially my buddy Rich Munich for helping me produce my show. Say hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
So anyway,
What up?
So I hope you enjoyed the show. But keep in mind that you go on my my YouTube page. I got interviews with Kristen West and Vita Ghaffari, and also a movie review on Seeking Valentina. Also, when you go into some of my videos that I liked and that are posted, you'll see a trailer on Seeking Valentina. Also, if you go on to the Dan Lupinski Internet Radio Show Facebook page, I got a lot of that posted too. So please check that out. And when you're on YouTube, click on like, and also click on subscribe. And keep in mind, I have a Patreon account, and so go on there and please help donate, because any little thing you can help with is a big help. And money can be tight, and anything you can afford to be definitely appreciated. But remember this: no act of kindness, no matter how small, is never wasted. So again, I hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you for being with me. Let at least one person know you love them, and we'll talk to you next time. All right? You take care. God bless. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about that. Take care.